What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and my introduction to Onslaught for 2024. We are here on floor number 18. Let's check it out. So we got Sizerker Whompers over here, Cyborgs, that Berserk buff, so we're going to be doing 50% more damage. And we've got some Zerkers as well, so there could be enemies rushing the walls. So here it's going to be best to use tower type defenses so we don't have to worry about the Cyborg. Let's see, Geo Thrower Zerkers, we can just spam R's on that lane. Healing Fodder, it's got Long Shot on it, which is kind of an anti-aura, but I think we can spam R's on that lane too. We won't get a bonus out of Long Shot, but we are not going to get really a deficit either. Let's see, what do we got here? Floppy Arms and Pig Boys, they're armored. Increased magic damage, a no-brainer on the Flame Auras. And then we got Zerker Whompers over here. Alright, so we can go with, I think, the setup we had for the last map, and that is we've got one Earth Shatter Tower using Earth Toss from Chaos 4, Defense Rate from Chaos 4, and Destruction from Chaos 1. And then we'll throw down some Flame Auras, Destruction, Defense Rate, and Deadly Strikes from Chaos 3. When it comes to Ascension, the only thing that really matters is defense speed. It's the most important 20 points out of any of the tiers, so make sure you're getting points into that. If it's a non-active hero that I'm only building on, I'm going into defense crit chance. And then for active heroes, I'm going into movement speed for the quality of life. However, same thing even on the active hero. Every hero, get your defense speed on. It is all about the defense speed, y'all. Get it in there. All right, so let's see. What can we do? Well, let's start things off with some walls. Let's see. We can go something like that. We're to a point now where we can really start ignoring walls in some situations. Let's go with one there. Here we got the Zerks. You know, let's just go right there. Curse of Kazi. I didn't make it to that one. Now, Curse of Kazi, that's going to be an anti-Aura lane too. When kobolds die, they will leave an area that debuffs towers and defenses. It's a pain in the ass. There's ways to deal with it later in game, but as a brand new player, we have no way to deal with it other than to not build there. Now, one important thing anytime you see Curse of Kazi is it's only from kobolds. So look at the enemies that are coming. Sometimes you'll get Curse of Kazi on a lane that doesn't have kobolds. This one is going to have kobolds. You see it's that little bottom stick of dynamite there. Only one in the first wave, but Curse of Kazi is not something that we are going to want stacked up. So, with that in mind, I think we will go with like a wall there as well. I kind of want to see what's left over here. I want to go light on some of these lanes. That's one thing you'll find in Onslaught. It's all about the balance between lanes. Each lane is like its own map, so you're going to have some super easy lanes where you're not going to have to build as heavy, and then you're going to have harder lanes where you're going to want to build more. Let's see, we're going to use this Range Boom Flame Aura Relic. Is that really what we want to use? Yeah, I think so. I think that's the one. That 20,000 defense power is quite nice, but let's see if we can't just get this lane covered with, say, 3 auras. So we'll go real light on this lane. Here we are going to be getting that damage boost from the armored mutator. And then Zerker Whompers. This one, I feel like with the Zerkers, we can add a little bit more. Let's just go ahead and go with 4 Rs there. So trying to keep it as light as possible. Now, let's see. On this Healing Fodder lane, I feel like we can just really take advantage of this turn here and kind of build based off of it. And I think we can get away with just the 4 there. And then what about this one? Geothrower Zerkers. Here we got another Zerker lane. So I'd like to kind of spam them all the way up to the spawn if possible. Alright, so what's that going to leave me? It's going to be, what, 440 or 220 per lane. Now, man, I would love to get a Poison Dart Tower in the mix here, too. I'm not sure if I've got enough to set it up, though. I mean, we can throw any relic on it, but we're not going to have any shards is the problem. And, I mean, we're going to have some poison out there for the Petrify, but we're not going to have any shards. But let's just go 1 poison dart tower, and then we'll go, how many do we want to go? Let's try 3 Earth Shatters. Now, on this map, I think I'm going to upgrade the other lanes and fight on this lane. Here we got that Kursakazi. I'm tempted just to spam auras down the lane because it's only 1, but I know that in future waves it's going to be more than 1. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Now, I'm going to want to make sure to kill that guy myself. So, let's see. Let's go like that. Now, hopefully, this front aura gets the kill, and the curse is right here and maybe right here, and we have those other ones free. But that leaves me another 70. What can I do with another 70? Well, I mean, for starters, I'm going to just straight up drop another Earth Shatter there. And then there's 10 left after that, so we're in good shape. Let's see. I think this is the lane I'm probably the most worried about. So let's get a couple of upgrades on those front auras, and let's let it fly and see how Wave 1 goes. Like I said, we're going to want to watch out for the Kobold. So just kind of keeping an eye on the mini-map. You see we got those Zerkers, man. They do not disappoint. They are always going to push through to your wall. There's just no doubt. We got some action over here, too, it looks like. That wall getting tore up, huh? Now, this map, if you don't lose a sub-objective, you don't have any flyer lanes, which also means you don't have any assassins. So that's kind of nice. Go ahead and drop a little knock-up on those guys. Put in a little damage here to them. I feel like I'm really going to have to upgrade that Zerker lane. Well, I'm going to have to upgrade both of these far lanes. I didn't even see my Kobold. Looks like you can see the curse effect. It's on these front 3 auras. Now, if you insist on being stubborn and throwing auras down that you know are going to get cursed, then just make sure you're waiting in between waves. The curse does last a long time, so don't start the next wave right away. Wait for the curse to go away, as it will persist through a wave into the next wave. And remember, that is a stacking debuff, meaning it stacks up. So you don't want it added all together and stacking into, you know, into your upcoming waves as well. Okay, so we got every aura upgraded. Let's hit this one as well, since we know we're going to have those guys on the wall. We got a Quibs over here. We're going to want to keep an eye out for that. But then again, we do want to upgrade this lane as well, because the Zerkers were on the push here. So we got, let's throw one more upgrade into that one. And then this lane absolutely shredded it. I don't even really recall having to look over there. So let's see, our curse is still up. It's on 3 Rs now. You see the difference here. This one's 13,000 DPS. It's attacking every 0.47 seconds. This one is only 5,000 DPS. It's got a debuff on attack damage and the range as well, which the range is not stacked up enough to be hugely noticeable yet. There it goes. You saw it just pop as that expired. I do want to try to stay over here. I mean, I didn't look to see if there was going to be more, but like, I know that this lane was a problem. I guess I could just watch the mini-map here and wait for that Kobold to come out. I want to make sure I have plenty of mana available when it does come out. Okay, there's our Kobold. Okay, the Kobold's down. Looks like we managed to limit it to 1 aura that time. So we only got the Kursakazi on 1 aura, which is quite nice. Get the knock-up flowing here. And then here comes good old Quibs. So we'll get some extra damage on Quibs with the pet. And then, I mean, if you want to stop and throw at me right there, Quibs, that's just fine. Because you are just standing in the middle of my aura. Now, Quibbly, these bombs do a ton of damage, so you're definitely going to want to focus on him. Make sure you got that wall channel going, though, so you don't have to worry about it. He'll stand there all day and keep throwing at that wall as long as the wall's alive. So You can kind of toy around with Quibs's AI and his emotions. And keep him parked where you want him. So here you see we got Kursakazi just on the front aura. We do want to look, though. Okay, there's going to be 2 total kobolds this time. They're going to come out one at a time, but there will be 2 of them. So we're going to want to be conscious of that. In fact, I mean, I feel like I want to upgrade that all the way, just to guarantee they pop right here. That way the other auras will be active. What about bosses this time? We've got a Tuskar coming over here. Big old super thick Warboar. So we might as well throw an upgrade in there as well. And then, boy, this lane here is just melting. So we've been in great shape there. Let's go ahead and let it fly. And we'll keep an eye out over here once again for the kobolds. And hopefully the kobold just pops right away. If it pops right away, it's just... Whoa, whoa, what have we going here? A little Zerker got a little leaky around that wall there. Definitely got to keep an eye out for those. Trying to save up as much of my mana as I can. That way I can really just spam into the kobolds and the bosses when they start rolling out. That lane over there looks like it's getting pretty intense, though. There's a lot of enemies coming out over there. Nothing else coming on this one yet. A couple of orcs. Where are our little kobolds here? Got to be in that pack, right? Or there it is. There is that little guy right there. Look how small that aura went. So that's 2 stacks of it right there. That's both of the kobolds gone. But you see that front aura is now completely spent. Not only does it have the power reduction, but it's just itty-bitty. Just itty-bitty. So yeah, that is 2 stacks there. I guess we better start thinking about old Tuskar here, because he's going to be on our wall here in no time. And then we should just be able to repair through all of the damage Tuskar's going to do. Yeah, looks like we'll be able to repair through that, no problem. Drop some pet damage on his face. And what, we got him to half. He's burning quick now. No chance he makes it through that wall. There we go. Alright, so let's repair the wall. I don't want to waste an upgrade on that one. And then let's see. We got a Drakenlord this time over here. Let's throw a few upgrades in there to help out with the Drakenlord. We're still doing really good here. And then we've only got 1 kobold this wave. So this wave will be relatively easy, I think, in comparison. So since we do have that 1 aura all debuffed, of course we want to wait for this debuff to wear off. And I mean, you can see it pretty big. There's 1 stack of it gone, and there's the other stack of it gone. You see your aura get big again as soon as that debuff wears off. I guess we'll upgrade that wall too, since we got an ogre there. And I think this way we really need to be focused on this Drakenlord over here. So let's do that. We're going to have to switch over to the Huntress, of course, and oil that bad boy up. And just kind of spray around a little while we're waiting, though. And they are all over that core, or that wall again. Those Zerkers just, they Zerk. There is no doubt. They are not afraid to run down that lane in super speedy fashion. Let's grab all the mana we can. That way we got plenty of wall repair mana. And then we'll head on over and keep an eye on the mini-map, but just wait for the Drakenlord to show up here. Shouldn't be too far off. Try to keep the Zerks off that wall. Okay, the Drakenlord's coming. And I'm getting stuck on the landscape here. We need to be able to oil this guy quickly. And, of course, the oil slapped into one of those Zerker heads. Can we get him in one pass? That ogre's got to be putting work in on that wall. We're not able to get it in one pass, so we're going to have to do one more oil. And then now should be good. Okay, the ogre died off. Oh, wow. The ogre actually didn't do any damage to the wall at all. I'm assuming there was something weird with how he was standing on the stairs there, maybe. But yeah, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's see what we got. Now, you see, we had a big gain in power. We went from last map getting, what, 0 of 10 Chaos 5 gear. Now we're getting 6 of 10 gear. So, I mean, that right there is just a beastly addition. It's got Gobu Boom on it. What, 20,000? That's another 5,000 defense power gain. Plus, we get that boom servo out of it. So, good stuff there. That means I'm probably going to take this one. Yeah, let's take that one and move it onto this Earth Shatter Tower. So, as always, don't hesitate to upgrade as you go. We got a Skelly there. We got a Drakenlord here. Alright, so let's just dump into this lane, since we haven't really done any upgrades here. And we were good to go for that Drakenlord. And then, I think everything else should go relatively smoothly. I think I want to stay over here and just wait for the Drakenlord to come and then run over to that side. Because this lane right here, man, every wave, these Zerks are all up on the wall. They just are not even playing. Get them CC'd a little bit. I'll just keep an eye on the mini-map. If I see anything, any of my walls starting to go blinky or something, I know I'll head that way and check it out. I'm just going to keep spraying into them here. Actually, I completely ignored the kobolds that one. That was not very smooth. I think we'll be alright, though, because they're going to die by the time they hit that second aura. You would think. Alright, there's the Drakenlord, and that is a shorty lane. So I am not going to waste any time at all. I'm just going to get right on that guy. Let's get him oiled up. We got the oil on him, and then get him oiled again, and then we'll switch up. Oh, he actually... I oiled him a little bit too soon for that second oil. But there we go. He's oiled again. Threw the stun out there too, which unnecessary, but we'll take it. And then we got a Plaguing Hawk. And we pretty much just got GG's on this one. I mean, this is just going to be a win. We should also get some real nice gains in power by the end of this map. As far as our progression to unlock Chaos 6, as of course that is up next. Go ahead and drop that pet damage on him as well. And just about there. And there we go. We got us the W here on floor number 18. So, I mean, Onslaught's pretty simple, y'all. It's all about just looking at what's coming and building for what's there. Be prepared for what's coming. Have multiple defenses sharded up and ready to go. Ideally, by this point in the game, you have multiple destructions, multiple defense rates, and really, ideally, even multiple deadly strikes. And if you do, you're just gonna roll through the content without any issue. Let's take a look at our shards as always. We got Inspiring Strikes, where that's at least usable. So, pretty stoked I got a usable hero mod for my apprentice now. We got High Pressure. Of course, I don't have an engineer, so that does me no good. And then yet another Gunwitch Shard. So, big oofs there. We did get some nice gear dropping, though. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, that bumped us all the way up to 3,500 almost on our champion score just from auto-equipping that set of gear. But that will do it for this episode. That was floor number 18. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.